What is up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 7 of my Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree full 100% walkthrough. So here we are right outside of Castle Ensis. That is where we're about to go. Before we head in, just want to do a quick equipment check. Let's see. I still have the Flame Drake Talisman on, so I'm going to take that off and put on the Crusade Insignia. Okay, so first thing we're going to do before actually going into the dungeon is we're actually going to get a talisman real quick. That's going to help us immensely with the boss in this place. And we should be able to knock this dungeon out in one episode. I don't see why not. It's actually on the shorter side, especially when compared to Belly Rot. The boss is fun, though, and a bit challenging. So we got the Spell Drake Talisman +3. That is going to greatly increase our magic defense when equipped. So now that we have that, we're just going to head on in. Straight across the bridge. Cannot ride Torrent past here. You will dismount automatically because this is officially inside the dungeon. So we got a giant troll ahead of us. This guy does not respawn, but he is pretty tough. Kill him the same way we kill all other trolls. Double fully charged heavy on the legs. Should knock him over. Got the black fireflies there on the bridge. So 2 charged heavies back to back, knock him over. Get the crit in the head, rinse and repeat. The 1, 2, right on the legs. Maybe even take a shot. Well, now that he's positioned where he is, I don't know if I'm even going to be able to get to him over there. So I'm just going to do heavies on him, take us back up, and that'll take him out. Perfect. So for killing him, automatically we get a Somber 9. And a Royal Magic Grease. And he does not respawn. So in this room, we've got a mage. We're in the Burger King mask. Right back here. Got ourselves a Realm Rune 4. And we're going to head all the way over here to the east. Look around onto this rooftop. Get a Somber 3. Now what we're going to do is going to go all the way to the other side for some more loot. I think this is a Somber 1. So a bunch of Sombers. And then now it's time to go up the stairs. Before we go all the way up, hop over here. This guy on the cliff, he is holding a broken rune. I think these are worth like 500 runes. Not very much, but you know, it's something. Let's go around here. We're going to stay to the left. Go up these stairs. There is a Mesmer Warrior and his dog. Mesmer Knight, whatever these guys are called. Gonna take out the pup. Sadly enough, Souls games are not, they're not pet friendly. So all the way up here, we have a treasure chest, and inside the treasure chest is a Milady. It's like a thrusting type weapon. Some people really like it. I've talked to some folks who really like this weapon. I haven't really used it much, just to opine on it, but give it a try. See if you like it. I'll be sticking with this weapon for pretty much this entire dungeon. I'm back on the Great Sword of Solitude. There are a couple parts where I may change it up. We'll see. So I'm going to go through this tunnel right here. Got some more loot. Flight pinions. Up here and to the left, we have a treasure chest. With a Loyal Knight's Cookbook. This allows us to craft the Magic Grease, which gives you a much bigger boost to your magic damage if you equip that grease. Over here we have a couple enemies. Take them out. They go down easy. And then what you want to do is you can drop down here. You may have seen this little piece of loot earlier. But, oh, this guy came down. I don't want to fight him down here, so I'm going to run. And then you drop here. You may have seen this before, too. You got some glint slab fireflies. He's going to chase me all the way over here. I prefer... Normally, he aggroes to me over here because he patrols, like, up that little ramp right there. That's normally where I fight him. But since I've got space, I'm going to do a special, follow up, knock him down. When he gets up, do a jump, heavy, hit him with an R1. Normally I can stagger him by doing that before he even attacks me, but in this case, not happening. He is not having my garbage today. That's fine. Hit him with another special. Normally I can combo these guys and stagger them before they even attack me. So the combo that I was going for is do an L1 projectile, follow up with the R2 to close the gap. That knocks him over. When he gets up, do a jump heavy, followed by an R1, and that usually staggers him, and then you get the riposte and kill him. In that case, he actually blocked my R1 with his shield, which is why I didn't get the stagger right away. That's fine, but in any case, we got the kill. So, to the right, do I have my lantern on? I do not. To the right, there's an item. There's going to be a dog that jumps out at you from the left here, so just watch out for that. This is a big dog. It takes several hits to go down, so... Here we can pick up a silver pickled fowl foot. And up here, we got ourselves another Michaelis cross. The Castle Cross message. Let's see, got all kinds of new stuff here. So the message left by Needle Knight Leda addressed kindred spirits who also pursue Michaelis trail. Kind Michaelis seeks the tower sealed by shadow and the great gate of divinity found there. If we are to reach him, we must burn the tree that seals the path. And for that, we require a flame. Got a Scadu tree fragment. And back here, a somber one. So we are going to rest at this grace. I think I have enough to level up. If not, I'm going to bridge the gap with rune items. And we should be able to get another Scadu tree blessing. So that'll take us to level 6. Give us an extra damage boost and damage negation boost. And we can level up. So I'm going to take... See, my strength gives me 4 with this weapon. So I'm going to boost my strength here. Very nice. Wiped out almost all my runes, so I barely have anything on the line right now. So what we want to do now is there's an enemy. He's got his back turned to us, so give him a warm welcome. Then we got to drop down here. Pick up the knot resin. Now there are 3 dogs in this hole, so this one we're just going to go straight after. They don't tend to be super aggressive. Sometimes they just sit there and bark at you. And so with that in mind, you can... take them out without too much trouble. There we go. Loot the arrows right there. Gonna find our way out of here. And at this cliff, we're gonna turn right. Sometimes if you kill these birds and the squirrels, sometimes they drop like the thin beast bones and other craftable stuff. It's up here on this roof. I'm actually going to take this owl out. See, he dropped a flight pinion. Starlight shards. There on the roof. Now we're going to go back the other way from where we came. Oh, I almost fell down there. I think if you fall down, is that... Yeah, you don't want to do that. I almost did. So over here. You don't need a sprint to make these jumps. Just kind of... do your normal jogging pace without pressing the sprint button, and you should be able to... I don't know why my camera is doing that. That was almost killed me. So you just want to jump up these rocks to get up the waterfall. A couple pickups over here. I believe this is more magic grease. Royal magic grease. Back here, got some knot resin. But now we just climb up the ladder. And this opens up a shortcut for us in just a sec here. For the enemies in here, watch out for the ambush. The spear guys, man, they can be a problem. So over here we got a switch, so this opens up the gate that was closed right by the Grace. So now this gate is open. We got ourselves a nice shortcut to the Grace, so you can rest if you need to. Up on this bridge, we got a couple groups of enemies. Hit them both at the same time. That guy back there is going to try to hit me with his crossbow. He succeeded. All right, over here we got some strings. Pick them up. And so over here, we got a couple of guys that are going to cast magic at us. But we got a dog first. Forgot about the dog. Pop off the health there. And so one of these guys is going to teleport around. There's going to be one guy up there on the cliff that just stands there and teleports. But this guy, or stands there and casts. This guy teleports. I just happened to run right up to him. But sometimes if you're not quick, he's going to teleport away. And, I'm going to see if... Is there another one? I think there's two of them that teleport. Yeah, there's the other one that teleports. You see how he gets away, and then the one on the cliff is sniping you meanwhile. I'm going to try to hit this guy. I'm not succeeding. This guy's super annoying. There's two of them. There we go. So over here on the cliff, we have a loot. Pick up the fireflies. Now it's time to take care of this guy. We're going to go around the side here, and there's a ladder we can climb up. You see that over there? We can't get to that until later. All right, climb up the ladder. There's going to be a page knight up here that we have to kill, or page, whatever they're called. I think they're just called pages. Watch out for his crossbow. He does like the triple shot crossbow. Here we got a somber 6, and then we can drop down right here. That's where the guy on the cliff is trying to snipe us. Take him out. All right, so with here, I'm going to go up the stairs. Stay close to this wall, because if you pan the camera, you can see there's a Carian Knight over there, or what appears to be a Carian Knight. But if you walk straight across here, he's not going to notice you. Circle around through here. No enemies in here, so just run straight. Get this. Got the Wolf Crest shield. So now I'm actually going to equip the Bloodhound's Fang because I find that I perform better with it in solo encounters, because we're going to have to fight that Carian Knight guy. We're actually going to circle around him. So crouch. Now you can go through this door. He won't notice you, so we can circle around him and start the encounter with a backstab, which obviously would give us the edge here. This guy is pretty tough. So if you don't handle him correctly, he can get you. Get right up next to him, do a backstab. Right when he gets up, I'm going to do a Bloodhounds on him. Ooh, he jumped over me. But he is pretty powerful. See how that one hit, 2 hits almost took me out. And he does have a flask. Yeah, man, that damage though. He's got magic. I was hoping to take him out before I actually had to fight him legit, but now the Burger King guy's over here. Oh man, that's not good. So now I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get the odds back in my favor. This is kind of a disaster. All right, get out of the way. Just gonna make circles and heal as needed. This is not an ideal encounter. I should have killed him before the Burger King guy even got to me, but... Let's see if I can get them both. There we go. Double kill. Alright. And for killing him, you get the Moon Rithel's Knight Sword. So, yeah. A little bit of a sketchy encounter, but hey, we came out on top, so all is well. Put my... Well, I probably should roll the Blasphemous Blade for a bit because the HP recovery will be helpful. Let's go straight ahead. This guy. Oh, America, I beg, embrace your child and give us a sign. How long must this holy war stretch on? Folks are getting weary of all the fighting. We get the Rellana's cameo. That's a talisman down here in this hallway. Turn to the right. There's another guy. Take him out. There's nothing in here, I don't think, but he might sneak up behind you if you progress without taking care of him. Alrighty, so I got a Shadow Realm Rune 2 and another guy. He actually got a hit on me, unfortunately. Okay, so here, pull out your bow. There's a guy on the roof. We're going to take him out before it becomes a problem. Go. How am I doing on arrows? I've got plenty of arrows. Okay. More fireflies. So we're opening this gate. And then directly to the left, you can hop down here onto this ledge. Got ourselves some loot. I'm going to top off my FP. So now we can climb up to the roofs. Up here we got a friend waiting for us. Got that triple shot crossbow and then with Taker's Flames. He didn't like that. Here we can loot the Aristocrat boots. That's just from the guy that we shot. That's not a guaranteed drop. But over here is a guaranteed drop, or guaranteed loot on this body over here. Somber 2. Then over here, you can drop down into this little nook. May have spotted this earlier. And get the Glint Blade Trio Sorcery. Now we're going to go back up to where we fought that knight. And then we're going to follow the main path onwards. It's back to where we were before. Instead of dropping it off, we're just going to go straight. Couple enemies over here. Bunch of them down here, so I'm going to shoot them to get them to come up. Yeah, fighting 3 of those at a time and 2 dogs. Not going to be an encounter that swings in your favor. Give him a charged heavy when he gets up here. Now it's time for the next one. Shoot him in the face. Oh, nope. He turned around. He's moving, so I'm going to shoot this guy in the head. There we go. He's mad. Alright, he's going to come up here. I didn't manage to hit him twice, so he might take more than 1 hit to get... Nope, just 1 hit. Now I'll go for the dog. Okay, have him come up here. Now I feel good about what's left. Alright, got a couple... I think they're both Somber Stones down here. Yep. That guy up there. So now we're just going to go back up top. Is he going to drop down? Did he drop down? No. Take him out. And the guy and his dog. Throwing fire pots at me. Whoop. Alright. Not too bad. So now you might be tempted to drop here, but that is actually death. You see that there's one of the dudes down here that give you the cookbooks. Cannot get to him from here. At least not that I am aware of. If you know of a way, let me know. Okay, this encounter might be a little bit sketchy because I've only got 2 heals left. But before we do that, we're going to loot this treasure chest for an imbued sword key. And I'm going to try what I failed to accomplish the first time I fought one of these guys in here. It's my combo just to take them out before they become a problem. So have him kind of come towards me, do my L1 followed by the, or L2 followed by the R2 when he gets up, jump attack, R1, boom, there we go. Got the stagger that time before he could even hit me. That's how it's supposed to go. Okay. So, I'm gonna go up the elevator. Very fortunately for us, because we are in a bit of a dire situation, we do have a site of grace up here. So let us rest and recover. And here, Somber 4, you can also hop over this wall. And then go down here. And then all the way up this tower, we're going to find ourselves a new Ash of War. Lots of ladders. I hope you like ladders. Wing stance is what we get. So now we're going to warp back to the grace that we just unlocked. And then it's going to be boss time, ladies and gentlemen. I told you this was a shorter dungeon. It's only been about 20 minutes. So what we're going to do is we're going to update our talismans real quick. Take these 2 off, and in their place, I'm going to put the Spelldrake Talisman +3, which we got just at the very beginning of this episode. And then in the 4th slot, I'm going to put the Dragon Crest Great Shield. First phase, she does a lot of physical damage. Second phase, she does a lot of magic damage. She does do some magic damage in her first phase. Now, there are 2 moves to watch out for. One in her first phase, one in her second phase. And I'll get to that in just a sec. Here you can summon Ensbach. Or is it Lita? Never mind. Yeah, it's Lita. I'm not going to summon her. It'll increase the boss's health. It's not needed for any quest lines or anything like that. First phase, she has a move that she uses with like a Carian sword. Like it's a magic sword that pops out, and it has a extensive range. The first swing is a vertical slice that you want to dodge to the side. And then the second swing is like a circular slice that has very huge range, and you want to dodge that. But the delay, there's a kind of a delay between the 2 attacks. If she does it, you'll get to see. You want to be careful with that. In her second phase, she has this move which goes in the air, and there's 2 moons that pop up, and she throws them both to the ground. You want to jump when both of them hit the ground, and then she follows up with a 3rd attack where she hits the ground and causes a big AoE. And the AoE damage there covers pretty much the whole arena. So you want to make sure that you know how to counter that. Otherwise, it'll probably kill you. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna buff up, and as per usual, we're gonna summon Mimic as soon as we get in the room. So, this is Rellana, the Twin Moon Knight. I'm going to dodge. She's doing her glint blades, but I'm just kind of getting away from her until my Mimic gets in here, and I'm going to heal up. Once Mimic's on her, she turns her attention to him. I'm going to do my thing. And she does a pretty good job of switching her aggro. She doesn't stay on Mimic the whole time. If you get close enough to her, she'll switch to you as well. There's her sword attack. There's the slice that she does. So those are the 2 parts of that attack I mentioned before, walking in the fog gate. I'm gonna hit her again. She's gonna transform at half health. She can throw projectiles as well. I'm gonna go on and get my FP back. And so now it's second phase. She imbues 1 sword with fire, 1 sword with ice. She's on Mimic. Mimic's taking a beating like a champ. But there we go, got a stagger on her. Gonna follow that up. We're almost done here. I kind of want to step back and wait for her to do the moon attack so I can show you guys what to do about it. Here it is. So first drop, second drop, jump, jump, dodge. Get through it. Mimic face tanked it like a champ. And I'm about to die. Well, not really about to die. She's about to die, but I was taking some hits there. There we go, and done. There we go. So that is Rellana. Not too bad, but she is very aggressive. But as long as you manage your spacing and the aggro, it's not too bad. You get the Remembrance of the Twin Moon Knight from her. Actually, if you take that back to the round table hold, the weapon you get from that is very good. It does require a decent bit of intelligence and faith to use, so we're not going to be able to use it on this build, but it's a twin blade. It's basically her fire and ice twin blades. It's very cool. So we got the Grace. And we're going to level up here. Make sure we put it back to morning so it doesn't go dark on me here. And we're going to level up. So let's see. Strength gets me to 67, 67. So I'm going to put it into strength again. There we go. Perfect. And now we are at the next official section of the map. The Scadu Altus. So very cool. You see that giant castle in front of us. We're getting closer to the tree. Very atmospheric music. Awesome. Very cool. I love this place. So we got another Miquella's cross right in front of us. Let's hit that up real quick. We can touch the cross. I abandon here my heart. Scadu tree fragment. Site of Grace. Unfortunately, we need 2 fragments to level up, so we can't level up our Scadu tree level right now. Right here we have the Monk's Missive and May the Best Man Win gesture. We're going to need that later. Check that out. A letter bearing a terse message and an illustration of a monk, his hands held together. Seek me to the east if you wish to pursue the way of the warrior. When you find me, you would challenge me to a bout. There is no need for words. So over here you see that Hornsent has relocated. And then we have Lita over there as well. So let's talk to Hornsent first.
You have a knack for timing, my fellow. I found the site of a new cross. Take this.
All right, so he gives us an updated map with more crosses on it.
Miquella has said as much himself. He wishes now to throw it all away. He says the act, though undoubtedly painful, will sear clean the Erdtree's wanton sin. The truth of his claim can be found at each cross. It is evidence enough to earn my belief.
He makes mention that at each of these crosses that Miquella is shedding part of his being,
Go to the misshapen tree of
which we learn at each of the crosses we've been to.
Blood must spill. Blood.
So we can give him Scorpion Stew here if we want. Now we can talk to Lita.
Hello again. Did you meet my compatriots? They're quite the congregation, from places as far and wide as you can imagine. Doubtless it'd have all come to blows, were it not for the charm, kindly Miquella. This is what allows the work.
So she's making mention that, you know, these people that we've been talking to would normally be at odds, but Miquella has placed a charm on them, which allows them to all work together. Miquella's basically manipulating everybody, in other words.
Wondering about the horn scent, are you? True enough. In any other circumstance, he'd be at our throats. Long ago, Queen Marika commanded Sir Mesmer to purge the Tower folk, a cleansing by fire. It's no wonder the horn scent holds the Erdtree in contempt. That aside, man is by nature a creature of conquest, and in this regard, the Tower folk are no different. They were never saints. They just happened to be on the losing side of a war, but it's still a wretched shame.
So that makes reference to the war that happened between Mesmer and the Hornsent, and she was saying that they should be on opposing sides, but for some reason they're together, or they're working together, and that's because of Miquella's charm on them. And so she made reference to the war where basically Marika ordered Mesmer to wipe out the Hornsent, and not that we should feel bad for the Hornsent because they were no saints either. They just lost the war. So interesting tidbit of backstory there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to explore this a little bit. There were some parts of Castle Ensis that we weren't able to get to, that you can only get to on this side of the castle that we're going to do real quick. So down here we have another troll. This one's kind of a phantom. He's got no head. But we're going to kill him. He does not respawn either. I'm going to go on and take him out real quick. Oh, he disappeared on me. The 2... he's... trying to get my 2 charged heavies there. There we go. And so he doesn't have a head. So therefore, I can't find a way to riposte him. So when he's down, I just wail on him for a bit. So 2 more. Oh, he disappeared on me again. He's trying to do his glint blade sorcery on me. Oh, he got it that time. Okay, that's fine. Man, I fought this guy a number of times. I don't recall him disappearing on me so many times like this. Oh. Making it a little bit trickier than it perhaps ought to be. There we go. Should be able to take him out here. We're getting rid of him. We get a smithing stone 8. So what we're going to do now... let's head over here to kind of this western waterfall. So you see how it makes a big kind of horseshoe. And over here, there's a spot we can drop down to, which you could not get to before, but we could kind of see from afar. You see right in front of us, that's Castle Ensis. You drop down here. You can run up. Get a Grave Glovewort 4. And so that's where the cross was inside Castle Ensis. And the Black Knight. So we're going to warp back here, and there's another spot that we can drop down to get more stuff. You see there's another furnace golem way down there. So I will say, I need to point this out while I change my talismans back. In this area, I would advise against exploring far and wide, which is against what I normally would say. And the reason for that is because if you reach certain triggers, to get all the way to that castle, for example, there's an event that's going to happen that changes quest lines in this game. And we're not quite ready for that. So just be careful about that. Normally, I encourage exploration even ahead of where my guide is at. You know, you can always explore yourself and then come back later and see what you missed or whatever. And for me, exploration in these games is one of the best parts, you know, so I want y'all to be able to experience that for yourselves as well. So I'm right over here. All I did was I came over here right by the waterfall. I'm going to dismount. There's a rune here. And what you can do is you can drop down right here. Here is a sword. Carian sorcery sword. So the unique thing about this is this allows you to cast incantations. So you don't need a catalyst for it as well. If you do the heavy attack, I believe with that sword equipped, you can cast incantation. So right here, it has to be this spot. You can actually hop up if you're careful. You can hop up onto the wall, but you want to be careful because you don't want to overshoot it and fall. And then from there, you can hop over here. You want to be very careful because these jumps can be a little bit tricky. If you overshoot, you fall to your death. So hop along here. And you can drop off here to this place, which we saw from afar earlier. Starlight shards. Gonna warp back. Now, I wasn't planning on doing this in this episode, but we got some extra time. I finished this a little bit faster than I was expecting, so I'm going to go ahead and loop this in here as well. If you go over here to this, remember that imbued sword key we picked up in Castle Ensis? That's where you use it, and this will open up a teleport to a different area of the map. I might regret doing this because I'm not really prepared for it. I'm just kind of doing this on the fly here. because I know that I can. You go here, place the imbued sword key, and that will activate this teleporter. All right, this takes us to the ancient ruins of Rau, and this is off the map. But the only way that you can get here is via, at this point in the game, is via teleport. This is a new area. We're not going to get to this part until much later. There's a single enemy over here. He's one of the dual-bladed horned knights, I believe, horned warriors. So I'm going to go ahead and summon Mimic because these guys can be scary. And if it's going to allow me to summon, I'm going to summon because these guys can be lethal. So, this guy's got some different moves, though. He's a bit more advanced than the other ones we fought at Belurot. So he's got the aggro on me, but that allows Mimic to kind of have his way. Maintain that space, and then he's gone. So this guy does respawn, so you can technically farm him for his stuff. He did not drop anything for me in this case. That's too bad. So all the way back here, you can pick up the Verdigris Discus, which raises defense with higher equipment load. So the higher your load is, the better your defense gets. So a very good talisman if you want to just be an absolute tank. But anyway, that being said, I'm going to go on and warp back here. And I was going to do this in the next episode, but we had time, so went ahead and knocked it out. And before we sign off, I should have just warped back here because I want to talk to Ansbach. Because he's going to have some extra dialogue for us. He is still right here.
Righteous tarnished.
So we bought a couple. We come across a couple crosses that he is interested in hearing about. So across the tower, that's in Belurot.
Much obliged. As suspected, kindly Mikola has visited the lands which and appears intent on wholly dispossessing himself. He must be seeking entrance to the tower.
So again, referencing him that he's Mikola is depossessing himself. All right, the cross. This was the Cerulean coast that we got to last time, I believe.
Well, I am to think there was a cross, and the deep purple water lilies would be blooming there. This can only mean kindly Mikola has divested himself even of that. His adoring other self, his blossom of slumber.
So this makes reference that he has kind of an alter ego, Mikola, and that he's divested himself even of that. If you want to put the pieces together, I'm not going to outright say it right now, but you think about, he mentioned the color purple, he mentioned slumber, and that Mikola divested himself of that. So that kind of is a very interesting tidbit of lore that was speculated upon in Elden Ring, but is now officially confirmed. Very interesting indeed. So we're going to learn more about that later too, which is why I'm not going to outright say it right now. But if you know, you know. All right, so we're going to travel back to the High Road Cross, and that is where we're going to call it a day here, folks. So yeah, got all the way through Castle Ensis, took care of Rellana. So very good. A lot was accomplished, and we're going to be exploring some more of the Scadu Altus next time. We'll have a lot of fun in doing so. But as for now, appreciate you guys. Really thankful for all of y'all watching these videos. Hope they've really helped you. And until next time, take care.